In this lesson, we'll show you 15 ways to help you come up with story ideas. Keep watching until the very end for this lesson's writing challenge. The first technique is the 1 fact, 3 fiction rule. To use this technique, first take 1 fact from your own life, such as a good memory you have, or details about your family. Then mix it with 3 fictional or made-up elements, such as having superpowers, or including mythological creatures. You could also flip it around and do 1 fictional element and 3 factual elements to make it easier for you. Technique 2. Pick a random word. Use a dictionary or a word generator to pick a random word. Then try to think of at least 3 potential story ideas, all based around this 1 word. Technique 3. Keep an ideas journal. Sometimes you're full of ideas, and other times you have nothing. We recommend keeping a notebook or journal to record any interesting ideas or findings in your daily life. So whenever you need inspiration, you have a whole book of ideas to look through. Technique 4. Try freestyle writing. Set yourself a timer for 5 minutes, or even 20 minutes. And then simply write down everything that comes to mind. Even if this means that you're writing, "I'm bored" 100 times. The point of this activity is that eventually, an idea will pop up in your head. Technique 5. Break down the story writing process. Every story has common elements, such as a theme, characters and settings. Pick any of these story elements, and focus your attention on generating ideas for this single element. For example, for characters, try to create 3 character profiles for potential villains in a story. Or with settings, describe a fantasy setting in great detail. Technique 6. Modify an existing story idea. Think of a book or movie that you really love, and note down the main plot idea. Then you can change the plot idea slightly, or a lot to create a whole new story idea. For example, a superhero saves the city from an infamous villain. You can change this story idea into a normal civilian who saves the city from an infamous villain. Technique 7. Use writing prompts. Writing prompts are pre-written story ideas, or sentences that can be used to help you write a story when you can't think of an idea. You can use these writing prompts as a starting point. Once you're feeling confident, you can then start using your own ideas and imagination. Technique 8. Think about a past memory. Your own life experiences are the greatest source of inspiration. Take a good or bad memory from the past, and turn it into a story idea. And because this idea is based on personal experience, it's likely to be unique and interesting to write about. Technique 9. Keep a dream journal. The problem with dreams and nightmares is that they can get forgotten throughout the day. By keeping a dream journal, you can record everything you remember about your dreams, and then use these to generate some wacky story ideas. Technique 10. Write about something you love. Think about your interests, hobbies and the people you love. Use this as inspiration for your stories. For example, if you love cooking, then you could think of a story idea about a young chef who invents a new kind of dish, or about a cookbook author who faces issues when trying to write their first book. Technique 11. Create a character based on someone you know. Your life is full of inspiration. Just take a look around at the people you know. What makes them so interesting and inspirational? Think of some story ideas relating to someone you admire in your life, or even someone you might fear. Technique 12. Eavesdrop on conversations. Listen to what people are talking about around you, and think of some ideas around these topics. For example, someone might be talking about a football match, or a celebrity. What story ideas can you create from these topics? Technique 13. Look at the news. What is the biggest issue happening right now in the world? What do the headlines say? Based on these top news stories, can you turn them into story ideas? Technique 14. The history of a random object. Look around your room right now. Pick a random object, maybe something in front of you right now. Then think about the history of the object. How was it created? Did anyone else own this item before? If this object could speak, what stories would it tell you about its life? Technique 15. Read your favorite book. When all else fails, try reading your favorite book. Once you've finished reading the book, or a chapter, think about the things you loved about the book, and the things you didn't like so much. You could even do your own book review of the book. Hopefully, reading the work of others will inspire you to write your own story. This lesson's challenge is to come up with 3 possible story ideas, using this image. Share your story ideas in the comments below. For more story idea generation techniques, see the link in the video description below. That's all from us today. Let us know in the comments below if you found these techniques useful for generating story ideas.